Staying consistent, working hard, it is good. But how do you know when to stop? How do you know when the universe is giving that nudge to stop and change direction? How do you know? Or do something entirely different. I am going to. How do you know? Because most of us we don't know. Some persons that are working hard, we don't know when to stop and change direction. So we'll keep going until I succeed. That's a very good trait, and that is that trait that will make you to be successful. That is why, honestly, if without that trait you cannot succeed. If you are easily swayed by challenges, you are not going to succeed. So how do you know? How do you find the sweet spot between keep going and actually changing directions? There was this thing I've been wanting to get. I always wanted to I always wanted to work remotely with clients as um, as a virtual assistant. So I held on to that vision. I signed up to online platforms where I could be given the opportunity to work as a virtual assistant. I kept going. I kept affirming. I kept also putting in the physical effort. I kept sending proposals. I kept doing this one, doing everything I could to send to get this result, and nothing was working. I got to a point where I got a job in the I actually got a job, but after then nothing else. I kept going, I kept pushing. Like this thing happens for years because I am not someone that easily gives up on things. So I'll keep pushing even when I know nothing is working. That's me. I'll keep being consistent so that I'll ensure that I get that result I want. But I think something struck me one day, and what struck me was that, like out of nowhere, I was just there, and a thought came to me: why not give up this thing? It will look like it will look like the devil trying to tell you, oh, stop doing this. You know when you want to, it will not look like, oh, you've been working so hard, you want to stop it. Devil is now coming to come and deceive you to give up at this point. That is, if you don't know, you are going to think that is what is actually paying at that moment. But something from me said, why not give up in this thing at this point? Maybe the universe is redirecting me to somewhere else. I sat down with that thought. It just came quietly. The thought just came quietly, and I sat there with it. And I was like, yes, I think it is time to redirect my steps. And that was how I started finding other ways. I had to let go of that my older version of me that was clinging to, yes, I have to be a research assistant working 9 to 5 this thing. I never knew the universe actually wanted me to be that person that is that is leading people. The universe wants me to be not to be that 9 to 5 woman or man. I mean, yeah. The universe, not only that, the universe doesn't want me to be that 9 to 5 woman that will be depending on the job and be wasting all my effort and time in terms of a payback at the end of the month. That's not what the universe wanted for me. And I didn't know. I was just using my analytical mind to work and push for it. When I got that message, that was when I let go of it. I sold my laptop because I know that's the only way I could let go at that point. So I sold it and I became peaceful. Like I was at peace. I said, yes, it's time to let go. So I sold it and I became peaceful. The universe now redirected me to another field. And guess what that field is? To becoming a counselor, a therapist, to heal people that has the psychological wounds that has kept them stuck in places. And somehow, universe just redirected me to that path where I could be a therapist. And that is what I never even knew I wanted, but I've always been in that part of healing, you know. And that part of me that I never knew existed now came up. And I now started enjoying the whole process. I'm not where I want to be yet, but I could feel everything going smoothly. Now I am not riding against the tide. I am now flowing with it. So everything is just unfolding naturally for me. And I am so excited about it. Now, what am I saying? What I'm saying is that listen to your intuition. When you work so hard, when you're working so hard to achieve a particular goal and it is not working, sit down, meditate, and listen to yourself. Listen to what the universe has to say, tell you. Or you can ask the universe, meditate, and ask him, can you lead me? Is what I am doing the right path? Should I continue or should I stop? That is the best way to do so that you will know when to continue and when to stop. You will get a sign, of course, if you ask. So always ask when you are grinding and grinding and grinding and it is not moving forward. Ask, should I continue or is there another path there for me that I don't know about? The answer is going to come. And if they say continue, you continue. Leave, you leave. Universe will direct you to another path that you will be very grateful for.